I love that question. It's actually, when Tamara and the team actually first sent me the email, sent me a message on LinkedIn, I thought it was Georgia in Atlanta. Okay. So I thought it was Atlanta, Georgia. So I thought it was in America. So I was in America. So I was like, yo, 100%, like super keen. And then she was like, just so you know, is Georgia as in the country. I was like, wait, there's a country called Georgia. So then I Googled it. I was like, no way. But then once I did all that and I figured out, and then I saw how beautiful Batumi was, and then I researched obviously the conference and I saw how amazing it was. I was super excited to come. Like, I'm so glad to be here. It's literally been amazing. The main flow is the idea of that if we listen to Gen Z, it then actually benefits Generation Alpha. And I think a lot of the time, as generations, we see ourselves as monoliths, we see ourselves as standalone. And it's realizing actually that Gen Z have watched millennials and they've learned, they've taken some of our bad habits, but they've also changed a lot of habits and changed themselves. And we're going to see the same with Generation Alpha. And I think it's understanding that the way we've built the world, we're the ones that are in charge of it as human beings, as society. And actually us enabling ourselves to learn from Gen Z and actually apply that to Generation Alpha is only going to benefit all of us, which is wonderful.
Wow. And it's so interesting, like your perspective and how you did come to analyze this information. Why did you decide to go that way?
Yeah, good question. I said it when I was on stage. I actually came up with the idea for this talk in the shower, and I was just like,
really?
Yeah, it's just this ADHD brain. But it's what it was making me think about was actually the looking at celebrities and especially young child celebrities and really the impact of being a celebrity had on them at that age, and then thinking, actually, wait, these days we have that happening at scale, whether it's Georgia in here or Georgia in Atlanta, Georgia. We're having that same effect you were seeing on the Justin Timberlakes and the Justin Biebers. You're now seeing at scale to millions of kids around the world, and it's trying to understand the thought process behind that, and also how we can try and mitigate the risk from what these young people might be facing.
Wow, so it's amazing. And what is your recommendation, for example, for I don't know, maybe Georgian brands, how they can take into consideration like Gen Z?
Yeah, love that. Really, really good question. You're very good at questions, by the way. I think the main thing is just have a conversation. I think so. My son's 16, and one of the things I love about our relationship is I just talk to him. I just have conversations with him, and we just discuss his emotions, his feelings. He knows about my therapist. He knows about my struggles, and we just have open and honest conversations. And I think enabling yourself to do that with your children will only have a positive benefit. And I think as whether it's Georgian parents or parents globally, just have a conversation. Ask them, how are they feeling? Not how was your day, but how are you feeling? How are you feeling about this day? You've had a challenge. How do you feel about that? And having those open and honest conversations, and then also being honest with your emotions as well. Being like, this is how I felt. This happened at work and it was shit, and I felt like that. And having those open and honest conversations, and then that will foster a great environment at home.
And in the end, tell me some things that I don't know.
Oh, I love this. The theme of the conference. Tell me something you don't know. Oh God, you have to edit this bit out. I'm trying to remember. Okay, tell me something I don't know. So there's actually more people that live in my area in London that are actually lived in Iceland.
Really?
Yeah, so we have 500,000 people that live in my area in London, and there's 300,000 people that live in Iceland. There you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you.